From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, we'll take a look at the Elk Country Trinidad sky cam here, and there you can see, of course, the typical schoolhouse there. And we have the overcast skies, still those wet pavement out there from earlier this morning, but we are looking at drier conditions really across the board. Still some light showers here and there. The winds have definitely been on the gusty side out towards the coast here, especially up in Crescent City. We look at the Harbor District cam, and you can kind of see the camera shaking in the wind there. You can also see kind of the wind kind of blowing across the water there as well. So pretty gusty out in Crescent City right now, and should be the case for the day today. And those winds may even stick around here for tomorrow. Out at Lake Oroville, North Forebay, the wind's not blowing all that strong right now. Really not looking at very strong winds here in the valley. We're starting to see the clouds trying to break up a little bit here this morning, but it's going to be hard pressed for us to really see blue skies here through at least the afternoon today, as there still is going to be a slight chance for some showers here and there through the afternoon. But again, most of it was this morning, and we're just looking at less and less in the way of that activity here through the afternoon. Here's Trinity Center. There are the overcast skies, some of those low clouds kind of lingering around the area as well, making for kind of one of those dreary type days. We take a look out at Lassen Park at the south entrance. A lot of low clouds out there. We're losing a lot of the snow on the trees there, indicating that there has been some slightly warmer air in place, but overall still looking at a lot of snow up there at about 6,700 feet. Unsettled today, that's really the key word here. Still a few isolated showers, sprinkles here and there, but overall, as I mentioned, the bulk of it was this morning. Now, I do expect another wave to move through tomorrow. Better chances for measurable rain. And I think everyone's going to see rain in some shape or form, especially as you go, say, 5,000 feet and lower. Above 6,000 feet, it will be in the form of snow. But it could be looking at moderate rain at times throughout the day. But by the time we get into Sunday and Monday, we're looking at drier and warmer conditions in the forecast, but that won't last forever because we've got cooler and wetter weather making its way back in the forecast by the middle to the latter part of next week. There's that big swath of moisture here coming in from the south and west, and this looks very impressive. This is a storm system that has been brewing out over the Pacific and looked very impressive, and a lot of people thought we were going to get a ton of rainfall out of it, but there's a reason why we're not. Now we're going to take a look at a different perspective here. We were just looking at the infrared satellite image. Now we're looking at what's known as the water vapor satellite image here. What it does is it detects the moisture. The greens here indicating where we have the saturated air or moist air. The brown colors, this rust color, this is where you have dry air. Okay, so really what we're focused on is that this band of moisture here, where is it aimed? Well, it's aimed towards the Pacific Northwest and even off into Canada. But it's kind of a wide band of moisture, so we are able to tap into some of it. With high pressure in place, think of these lines that the jet stream and the upper level winds follow that pattern. This is what the winds are doing. So that's where the direction that the storms move as well. So we see the clouds moving in up and over that ridge. We've got that moisture that's moving in as well. And that's allowing us to see the cloud cover, but there's not much of a mechanism to really squeeze that moisture out. So yes, we will see some scattered sprinkles and light showers, as I mentioned, but we're just not seeing much in the way of anything to kind of get that moisture out of the atmosphere, which is why we're not looking at very wet conditions. However, let's look what happens as we go into Saturday. We still have, see the yellows here? That's indicating some moisture that's still in place. So you can see it's kind of up and down the coast here. Also, a lot of moisture making its way into the valley as well. That's why we're expecting to see more showers as we take you into your Saturday. But watch what happens as we go into Sunday and Monday. High pressure builds in, and what it does is it pushes that moisture up to our north, and we're left with drier conditions. And on top of that, less in the way of cloud cover, more sunshine, and warmer conditions as well. But it looks like, as we kind of look at the extended here, another nice little atmospheric river. It's going to kind of swing down and push through as we go into your Wednesday of next week. So we do have, even though drier weather for the end of the weekend and beginning of next week, more wet weather's in the forecast starting the middle of next week. All right, let's take you back to now, taking you into the afternoon. Here's what we're looking at. Again, remember I was talking about most of the moisture is streaming up in that way, up to the north of us, but we do have enough moisture in place that we're seeing the clouds and a few stray sprinkles and some light showers. Now, we have another disturbance that'll push through on Saturday. So starting Saturday morning, we're seeing the heaviest rainfall up to the north and west. But I think everyone, as you can see these bands kind of pushing through, some will see more than others, but we are going to be looking at a chance for rain for everyone. And there will be, for some of us, brief periods of moderate to heavy rainfall. I mean, even at 5 p.m. on Saturday, still looking at some good bands of moisture pushing through before we dry things out by Sunday. And not to mention clear things out as we take you into your Sunday afternoon, making for a gorgeous second half of the weekend. Looking at the rainfall totals through Sunday, and again, keep in mind, it's drying out by Sunday, so really through Saturday, you can see, if you remember, when we were looking at the rain totals coming in from Futurecast, same forecast model has now kind of come back on board with more rain for the valley. It was only showing a few hundreds, and I was expecting that these numbers would be higher. And I'm expecting about 1/4 of an inch. And I was even saying that even when it was showing lower totals here, but about 1/4 of an inch, give or take, as we take you through really the rest of the day today, and not to mention Saturday. But some heavier rainfall off to the north and to the west. All right, so here's a look at long-range futurecasts. Again, remember what I was talking about, how the storm systems kind of ride up and over this ridge of high pressure, but the whole pattern itself is going to be progressing eastward here, but it's going to stay dry through Tuesday. Then by Wednesday, then this next storm pushes eastward. Now, not only will we see the rain move in on Wednesday, and with high snow levels, probably above 5,000-6,000 feet, but we're also looking at the potential for some gusty winds going into Wednesday as well. Now, by Thursday, Friday, we begin to see some colder air pull down from the Gulf of Alaska. Doesn't have a ton of moisture to work with, but as you can see, there is moisture. And this is when we start to see our snow levels drop finally. We're back down to about 4,000 feet on Thursday, could drop down to 3,000 feet by next Friday as that colder air begins to move in. So fingers crossed on that. We can certainly use some more snow for some of those higher elevations. Take a look at the forecast rain totals as we look at the extended going through next Thursday night. I do expect to see about 1 to even over 2 inches of rain in some spots here for the valley. Much more than that is expected off for the coast. And as we typically see, less rainfall to the north and to the east. The winds, as we saw, of course, the gusty winds out in Crescent City, that'll be the case for the rest of the afternoon. Central Siskiyou County, still looking at gusty winds there as well. And really, even taking you through the day on Saturday, gust upwards of 30 miles per hour or higher, especially in Del Norte County. But then by Sunday, the wind should start to die down. And you'll notice here, it's really going to be this general area right here that we see those gusty winds here today and into tomorrow. Your wave heights for your Friday between 11 and 12 feet out to sea here. Let's take you into your Saturday. Same situation. We're not going to really see much change there. So looking at your forecast for today, looking at those temperatures, it's going to be cooler than it was yesterday. Mid to upper 50s for the valley, mid to upper 40s for the mountains, upper 40s Trinity County, mid to upper 50s inland, and around 60. Upper 50s to about 60 here for many of us along the coast. Here's your 7-day outlook. So snow levels still fairly high, around 6,000 feet or higher as we take you into today and especially tomorrow. And then on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's dry. Look at the snow levels starting to drop down to about 4,000 feet by Thursday, drop even more by next Friday. Here's your 7-day outlook for the valley. Just a chance for a few sprinkles, light showers today, especially to the north. Otherwise, better chances for showers tomorrow, drying out for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. More showers for Wednesday, Thursday of next week. And looking at your 7-day outlook for the coast, inland and for Trinity County. Of course, the off and on chances for showers through the day on Saturday. Then it dries out for Sunday, Monday. More rain going into Wednesday and Thursday of next week.